Hello everyone, you're welcome to Feel Cool Mathematics. Here I have this simultaneous equation to deal with, and I'm going to use two methods to deal with this. So at the end of the day, you tell me which of the methods you would have used if you should meet this in an examination hall. Okay. Um, I will use substitution method first, and to do that, you look for the equation that you can easily make one of the variable the subject. Now look at this equation 2. We have 2x minus y equals negative 4, right? Now we can simply make y the subject by saying 2x plus 4 is equal to y. Remember, this also means that y is equal to 2x plus 4, and this becomes our equation 3, and we'll surely get back to that equation 3. Now put this equation 3 into equation 1. What's our equation 1? 3x minus 4y equals minus 1. This is our equation 1. Now in place of y, I will just write 2x plus 4. Okay, 2x plus 4. So I'm going to write 3x minus, here we have 4, open bracket, y here is 2x plus 4. Close the bracket, and then we equate this to negative 1. Open the bracket so that we have 3x minus 4 times 2x is 8x minus 4 times 4, that will give us minus 16, and the whole of this is equal to negative 1. This minus this will give us minus 5x, and that will be equal to minus 1 then plus 16. We are collecting like terms, right? So that minus 5x is equal to 15. Minus 1 plus 16 is 15. Now, to get the value of x, we divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is minus 5. Divide this by minus 5. Let this go with this. Now, our x is equal to 15 divided by minus 5, and that will give us minus 3. So now we get the value of x. But we're not looking for the value of x alone. Let's look at equation 3, where y is the subject. And that is the same equation that will give us the value of y. So our equation 3 is y equal to 2x plus 4, right? So this means that y is equal to 2 into minus 3, because our x is now minus 3, then plus 4. Okay, so y will be equal to 2 times minus 3 is minus 6, then we have plus 4. This means that y is equal to minus 2. So we are saying that x is equal to minus 3 and y is equal to minus 2. Okay, so we have used the substitution method. Now let's try to use um the elimination method to solve this same problem, so that way would also be confirming our answer from the first method. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we are using elimination method. If you're using elimination method, the first thing you do is to make sure that you have the same term in the two equations. Now we are not having similar terms, right, or equal terms, so we'll multiply equation 1 by this coefficient, then multiply equation 2 by this coefficient as well, which is 3. So we're going to have 2 times 3x, that will give 6x, minus 2 times 4y, that will give us 8y, then 2 times minus 1, that will give us minus 2. Now let's go straight to equation 2 and we'll multiply it by this 3. So 3 times 2x, that will give us 6x. Then 3 times y, that will give us minus times minus y, that will give us minus 3y. Then this will be equal to 3 times minus 4, that will be minus 12. Now we have the same term in the two equations, which is 3x and 3x. So if you have the same term and you want to eliminate, you check what is the sign before the two numbers or before the two terms. We have positive, positive, right? So if you have the same sign, you subtract. Now 6x minus 6x is gone, and that's where the elimination comes in. So we now have minus 8y minus minus 3y. So minus minus will give us positive. So we're having minus 8y plus 3y. That will give us minus 5y. This is where the confusion is. So don't let this confuse you. Then we go over to this. Negative negative is positive. So minus 2 plus 12 will give us 10. That is positive 10. Now divide both sides by 5. Divide this by 5. This goes, okay, this is negative 5 rather. So this goes with this, right? Now we have y to be equal to 10 divided by minus 5, and that is minus 2. So this is y. To get your x, put this into any of the equations. Let's say equation 2. Our equation 2 is 2x minus y equals minus 4. This is our equation 2. Okay, so let's put in the value of y into this equation 2, so that we have 2x. This negative will come down. Y itself is now minus 2, so I'll write minus 2 in the bracket. This is equal to minus 4. Now open this bracket and get 2x plus 2, and this is equal to 4. Now collect like terms so that 2x will be equal to minus 4 minus 2. Okay, so 2x is now equal to minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. Do not forget that. From this point, we divide by 2. You should know when to divide both sides. It's when you have two terms, one on the right and the other on the left, that you can divide both sides by the coefficient of the unknown variable, right? So in this case, it is 2. Now, this is going to go with this, so that x will be alone, and our x is minus 6 divided by 2. That will give us minus 3. So from here now, we can bring the two solutions together. We have x to be equal to negative 3 and y to be equal to negative 2. Okay, so this is also what we got when we used the first method, which is the substitution method. So the question now is, which of these methods would you have used if you met this in an examination hall? Thank you for watching, and I'm grateful.